If you rent your home, or if you aren't ready to commission a big renovation project at the moment, then in this lesson, we're going to be looking at simple lighting hacks. We're going to look at 3 different types. First of all, we'll think about changing your lamps or your light bulbs. Secondly, we'll be looking at modestly altering existing installations, but of course you might need landlord permission for some of these. And then finally, we'll look at transportable fittings that you could invest in, so light fittings that you could permanently own and that could move home with you. A key message of this class is that you can overhaul your lighting simply by changing light bulbs, or lamps as we know them. Lamps alone can transform a lighting scheme. So, the very first analysis of any home lighting should be of the existing fittings, looking at how upgrading lamps could make a significant difference. Look at the options for dimming, and this is going to bring us on to a category of lamp that we haven't actually looked at yet, and that is smart lamps. In this room, we have 3 unconnected fittings, and each of these fittings has got a different lamp installed. Each fitting is operated by its own independent switch. When we replace lamps with smart or intelligent lamps or smart bulbs, shown here with the S, we get to choose and change the colour temperature of the whole group. We can dim them as if they were a circuit, but they don't have to be connected using cabling. We can program set scenes, for example one called Relax, or another to give us a boost of energy. We use voice commands plus a smart speaker or an app on a smartphone to control all of the lighting together as if it were a circuit. In the UK, the Philips Hue smart bulb is just such a product, and the range includes lamps for many different types of fittings, lamps that you could then control as if they were on the same circuit. They could save you from having to get any remedial work done at all. You may not own the property or the light fittings, but you can own the lamps. You can put the old ones back and take your expensive investment lamps with you when you move. So that's our first category. A second line of attack would be to check out what might be tolerated or even funded by your landlord. So for example, lengthening the cable on a pendant to allow that pendant light to loop to a different position in the room. Replacing on-off switching with dimmer switches, and of course checking that these are compatible with the fittings that they run. Buying new fittings to improve the lighting in the home. Investing in very modest extensions of existing cabling and circuitry. So for example, that might include putting new downlighting under kitchen wall cupboards to light worktops, or installing uplights along the top of kitchen wall cupboards to bounce diffused light off the ceiling. You could add further pendant lights to a circuit, or install an illuminated mirror with an integrated switch in a bathroom. Finally, you could think about investing in transportable fittings. When you paint light into a scene and you decide on the specific effects that you want to create, chances are there's a freestanding product that would put that light exactly where you need it. So let's look at some examples of freestanding or minimal damage solutions that could bring light into the nooks and crannies of your rented home. rented home, the design process is exactly the same. First, forget all about the existing lighting and use either photos or a plan view of the space to creatively paint light into the scene. Then use the 3 strategies from this lesson, which are changing lamps in existing fittings, negotiating small improvements with the landlord, or buying transportable fittings and carefully matching these to perfect lamps. So find ingenious ways to bring light into the volume and to mimic the effects you were hoping to achieve when you created your conceptual painted light exercise.